Imagine a world where a company's success isn't measured just by the black ink of its profits, but also by the green ink of its impact on the planet. As people become more concerned about climate change and sustainability, businesses are starting to rethink how they measure success. Green accounting is basically a newer way of accounting that includes environmental costs and financial decisions, giving a more complete picture of a company's true value. Today, I'll explain what green accounting is, talk about the challenges of creating global standards, and look at how accountants are starting to play a role in preventing greenwashing. Green accounting, also called sustainability accounting, is the process of tracking environmental costs like carbon emissions, energy use, and waste. In simple terms, it goes beyond just profits and looks at how a company affects the environment. According to the International Energy Agency, carbon emissions have reached over 36 billion metric tons in recent years, which shows how big the environment impact of a business really is. According to a 2024 resource from AICPA and CIMA, green accounting has two main parts: internal management accounting, which helps companies become more efficient, and external financial accounting, which helps investors and the public understand what's going on. So companies aren't just tracking money anymore. They are tracking their environmental impact. Now that we know what green accounting is, the next issue is figuring out how companies actually measure it in a consistent way. One of the biggest problems with green accounting right now is that there aren't consistent rules around the world. There's what people call an alphabet soup of different systems, which makes it hard for investors to compare companies or even know what information to trust. For example, one company might report emissions differently from another, even if they're in the same industry. In a 2023 report, the IFRS Foundation introduced the International Sustainability Standards Board, or ISSB, to try to create a global baseline for climate-related financial reporting. This is a big step toward making things more consistent and easier to understand. But even with better standards, there's still one question. Are companies actually being honest about their environmental impact? As green accounting becomes more common, accountants are starting to take on a new role. They're now responsible for checking sustainability claims and helping prevent companies from misleading people through greenwashing. This is important because investors and consumers rely on this information to make decisions. According to the Financial Accounting Standards Board, new Topic 818 rules are being developed to standardize how environmental credits are reported on balance sheets. These rules help make sure companies are reporting their environmental data accurately and consistently. As this shift continues, these tools are becoming just as important as traditional accounting rules. Today, we looked at what green accounting is, the challenges of creating global standards, and how accountants are taking on bigger roles in making sure companies are being honest. By starting to speak the language of green ink, the accounting professional is helping make sure making money does not come at the cost of the planet.